y'all, it's me, Lauren, here with Plan with Laura. In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about the planners that I used in 2020 and how we figure out which planner is the right planner for us. There's a quote that says, and now I'm paraphrasing, I don't know exactly what the quote says. Friends come in your life for either a reason or a season. And I think the same thing can be stated for planners. You'll hear a lot on my channel that the idea of planner peace or, really finding a system that works for you is something that I believe you can achieve for a season of life. But once things change, i.e. a pandemic, that your planner piece can start to look different and can start to change because life looks different. Taking that same logic of planners are around for a reason or a season, my 2020 season has been one of exploration. In my recent video, Tips for Successful Planning, I talked a lot about my planner evolution and how where I started in 2020 is very different to where I am now. And honestly, I've used a lot of planners in 2020 as I have been figuring out what works for me. Yeah, so it's kind of embarrassing because I have so many of these planners beside me, but that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab my 2020 planners. I guess we'll do ones that I'm using and ones that I'm not using. I don't even know where to start with these. So yeah, we can say that 2020 definitely has been a learning curve for me. I'm gonna share them with you guys because I am on a journey to finding what works for me, and I feel like I am so close. All of that to say, all of my planners teach me something. Anytime I go through a planner and I use it, I find aspects of it that I like and that I don't like, and then that again just really helps me go into finding a system that's going to be perfect for me. So I put a picture on my Instagram talking about my 2020 lineup, so I'm gonna take you guys through that. We're gonna talk about what's worked, what hasn't worked, and really now the process that I go through now whenever I am looking to get a new planner and how that is helping me buy planners that I'm actually going to use and that are actually going to work for me. And I'm gonna give you guys that system, so hopefully it will help with you guys as well. Posted my 2020 lineup on December 28th of 2019. That seems like a lifetime ago, but I posted my 2020 lineup and here is what it is. I have not read this since I posted it, y'all. So I think I actually wrote a blog post about it. If I can find it, I'll link it down below. Okay. So I posted this photo and it says, "There's some big changes in store for 2020. Truthfully, I have never felt as prepared or as motivated as I do for the upcoming year." Little did we know. Top to bottom, kaleidoscope, colorful, soft-bound life planner, the 8x10. That is my new main planner. So this one, I love this planner so much. I so wish that it could work for me where I am now. I liked it because it had the Erin Condren quality that we have all come to know and to love. It also really showed me that I like decorative planning. This is the first planner, I've showed this planner multiple times on this channel, but it's the first planner that I started adding pictures to, that a couple of things that didn't work out with me. The first one, the spreads themselves. This is such a minor thing, but it's also part of me kind of got FOMO. Okay, so if you see the spread, because it's an 8.5x10, the columns for which stickers go in are larger than most planner brands. So some of my favorite sticker shops are Plannercade and Christian Designs, and I love trying out new shops on Etsy, and a lot of them format their stickers for 1.5-inch columns, or I guess that's the width, and this planner was bigger than that. And if you go way back on my channel, I think my first plan with me, I was like, I don't care, whatever, it doesn't bother me. And it wasn't a major sense of tension where it bothered me, but when I really started buying in and being like, okay, I want this to be a reflection of my life, I want this to be my creative outlet, I want this to be a place that I go and kind of escape the world when I am planning, it did start to bother me. And so while this planner was so great because I literally tried everything in it, I mean, this planner created how I plan now. Also showed me that my weekly planner is not necessarily one that I want to have an hourly layout, because as much as I am an hourly person, with this being like a creative outlet for me, I wanted it to be a little bit more vertical. But the Erin Condren vertical layout is not one that I personally like. Okay, neutral deluxe monthly. I don't even have, for a budget. That is funny. That did not last long. That became a social media planner, which then became the binder because I needed flexibility, and that then changed into a disc system. So whenever new planners launched, I went ahead and I grabbed the binder. It taught me that I like the ability to have something that is customizable when it comes to social media, because there are so many components. I wanted to be able to section everything off. I wanted them to have their own special place. I wanted to be able to add things, remove things, if I needed to take notes, not take notes. And so this system, because at the time I was, as you can tell, pretty much only using Erin Condren products exclusively, this is what I thought my option was. And I really enjoyed it. Now, quickly, not being able to just like print things out and put them out in here because it's a 7x9 format, because they want you to still be able to use all your Erin Condren products, which from one perspective I get, but it quickly became super annoying, is that you can only use Erin Condren products with this. And also it's kind of like a clunker and a chunker. A clunker? I don't know, is that a word? That's what I call it. So this just started to get beat up by me. And so again, it showed me that I'd like to have the option to customize things. I'd like to be able to move things in and out, which is then why I moved over to a disc system for social media planning. The Petite Planner Folio, which includes the Daily Petite Planner, which is used for daily tasks and reminders, edition 1 currently, no longer have that, but it showed me that I needed a daily planner, so that was really useful. Changed it out to an undated for the daily. Normally, like, it just has the date and then there's some like hexagon or something up there, and then it was dated. I definitely could still plan in a petite planner. I reviewed the Daily Duo as a part of launch for Erin Condren, so I just naturally drifted towards the Daily Duo. And as you guys saw in my daily planner plan with me, I'm a daily planner hopper, but again, this system showed me that I wanted to have a daily system. A monthly petite to be used as a content planner, and a petite meal planner. I have a petite system here that's just pretty much the same system. The meal planner is actually still in there, and then I just have a line notebook. I don't use this system very often. I talked about it in a plan with me a little while back. When I travel, because I'm not gonna take 40 planners with me when I travel, I like to take a small compact system, and so something like this is where my head is at when we do travel, because I want to be able to jot down memories and things that are happening, but I also want to be super present when we're there. So as a planner, it's like a weird, what do I take, what do I not take? And so a system like this is kind of where my head's at. And then the Cultivate What Matters power sheets for goal setting. I have those bad boys right here. First goal planner. It is what helped me buy into the mindset of goal setting. So super thankful for that. This was really intense goal setting, and it's what I needed to kickstart what I wanted to do. And I think sometimes it's hard to admit, but it just wasn't a system that worked out for me. There are a lot of really awesome aspects, and I really love the company, and I choose to still support the company. I use a lot of the techniques that I learned in here into the goal setting system that I use now. I ended by saying I thought long and hard about each of these planners, and I have a lot of goals for 2020. That is true. I purchased all of these with the intention of using them to help achieve these goals. That is a fun post. Okay, so those were my 2020 planners. They've taught me. I've grown with my planners. Is that silly to say? So you saw what I used in 2020, and we're figuring out what I'm going to use for 2021, but how exactly do you know which planner is for you? I am someone who's very intentional, so I am constantly just trying to think about what is going to be the best for me as I'm approaching this next season of life. I have started employing a system that has worked out really well for me in how I go about choosing what these planners are going to be, or how I think about them. So at a basic level, I know it does not encompass everything, but I am asking myself questions as I am figuring out my 2021 planner lineup, and I'm going to share those with y'all. What am I using this planner for? Is it for a specific event? I don't know. Getting married, having a new kid, starting a new job? Is it overall just to schedule my life? Like, I want a place to just throw all the things. Or is it for goals? And those are just some categories that it can be a part of. It can be anything. The next thing is, how often are you wanting to use your planner? Is this something that you want to open up every single day? Is it something that maybe you only want to refer to once or twice a week? The next question that I ask is, do you want something that is structured, or do you want something that is customizable? Where you want something where you have complete and total flexibility of changing out pages, adding new things, or do you just not want to even deal with that? You just, hey, here's the planner, tell me how to use it so I can get my life and my together. And one of the questions that I just think is so important, what's your budget? Are you, whatever it takes for me to get my perfect planner, I'm willing to spend? Or, hey, this is a tool that I want to help me budget, so I only want to spend $20 on a planner, or I only want to spend $30 on a planner. I think taking all 4 of those questions and understanding what you want from this is really going to help you figure out what is reasonable and give you some guiding posts to actually get you there. So I gave you guys the 4 questions. Let me know in the comments down below. Take yourself through that quiz, and if you have an idea what that planner might be for you, if you've achieved your planner piece in that sense, put it in your comments so others can see if they have similar answers to you and if this is something that they would want to look into. If you're confused and you're like, hey Lauren, I went through all these questions, but what is the right one for me? Leave it in a comment. I'll leave you guys some suggestions of potentially what could be a really awesome planner for you. I hope you guys found this video useful. It's become a part of my system that I really appreciate, and has given me, again, some guiding posts of how to be really intentional in the planners that I am choosing and how it's going to be best for my season of life that I'm in. If you guys are new here, I hope you decide to stick around and hit that red subscribe button. I talk about all things planning, productivity, and how to use the resources that you have to plan today for a better tomorrow. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you are notified every time I drop new videos. I post new videos every Monday and Thursday. As always, y'all, my name is Lauren here with Plan with Laura, and I'll see y'all next time. Goodness, I didn't even get the petites. This is embarrassing. Just so wish that I don't even have words because I love this planner so much. Just trying to make sure this lighting is correct. Ooh, maybe I'll beep that out.